Hi, my name is Ben. I'm a technical marketing engineer at Pure Storage, and we're going to go over some new ransomware protection capabilities you get when you upgrade your existing FlashArrays to Purity 6.4, or if you buy new FlashArrays already running Purity 6.4. These are per object safe mode or per protection group safe mode, default protection safe mode, and auto on safe mode for new arrays. So let's dive in. Per P group or per protection group safe mode allows us to focus in on only specific protection groups. This gives us greater granularity and control over what is going to consume space on our array and exactly what we want protected. This is how this works. You click on protection, you click on protection groups. You can see right here we have a column called retention lock. I have a list of protection groups. They are all unlocked. None of them are protected. That means I can click on this protection group. I can click on the snapshot schedule. I can lower it. I can go back. I can disable it. I can do whatever I want with this. This is not what we want when we have a protection group locked. When we are taking snapshots of critically important volumes, we don't want that snapshot schedule to be modified or downgraded in any way. So we'll back out to protection groups. And I just happen to have a protection group here that's pretty important. And you can see I have a snapshot schedule. I have volumes that are members of this protection group. And if I want to modify this schedule, I can come in here and I can change this to 5 and change this to weeks. So that way we dramatically lower how many snapshots we take and how long we keep them. Click save. And you can see I was able to do that without a problem. So I'm going to back out, once again show you that the retention lock is unlocked. We'll go back into this protection group. You might have already noticed this window labeled safe mode. It says retention lock is unlocked. We'll click this option here. We will not enable it. Now it is ratcheted, and I'll click save. Now if I want to come in here and try to lower the retention policy, I can't do it. The only way forward to lower or degrade the retention settings for this snapshot schedule is through customer support at Pure Storage. So with default protection, we're going to introduce a new term here called container. And a container is a generic word. It's an interesting word because it's specific and vague at the same time, but in this case, a container refers to a pod or the array itself. All right, you can see on this array, the dash represents the array, and then I have 3 different containers that represent different pods. Now what default protection is, or what it does, is it provides a protection group that is the default protection group for that container. So any volumes that are created within that container inherit the snapshot and retention policies defined in that protection group. So basically, to uncomplicate this, here are your containers. Are they protected? No. Do we want them protected? Yes. So let's look at our first pod workload. Click on this menu item here, available protection groups. There aren't any. Why? Because we do not have any protection groups in that container. I'll click cancel, click back on the pod workload. We'll create a new protection group. Click create. And we'll back out to the default protection page. Click the menu again, and look, there's my protection group. Now I can select it and set it. Now, however, I have that protection group configured. Every new volume in the first pod workload will inherit the retention policies from that protection group. So in our previous example, let's say we want the protection group we were working with, the very important stuff, to be the default protection group for the array container. Well, click this again. Important stuff is here. It had a very aggressive retention policy. That's great. We'll click set, and now we have a default protection group for the array container. That's all there is to it. This is all straightforward. It is all self-service. You can lock down individual protection groups if you want, and you can also create default protection groups that cover entire containers if you want. Couple of clicks. If you need to modify or change these features, you have to contact support. Purity 6.4, we have auto on safe mode. This provides out-of-the-box enabled ransomware protection for new arrays. A new array defined as an array without any volumes on it whatsoever. New volumes are then automatically assigned to default protection group, okay, leveraging default protection, and then snapshots are automatic for all new volumes.